Okay, dude, you ready?
I know words, I have the best words.
When I think of a witch, I kind of imagine a person out in a cabin making potions with frogs, dancing around naked in some swampy, moss-infested forest. And I sort of imagine an Aleister Crowley-esque figure when I think of like real witchcraft. Crowley was a real mystical person who probably inspired the modern witchcraft or Wiccan movement more so than any other person. He had some pretty interesting ideas. He would take psychedelics and communicate with interdimensional aliens while being in these altered states, and he would talk about energy and he would talk about consciousness. He was really cool. I would look him up whenever you have a second. He was very ceremonial, and like any sort of witchcraft, that's sort of the imagery that pops up in your head, you know, people sitting in circles and doing this kind of thing. I think ceremony is important when it comes to witchcraft. It's all about setting your intention. I think these rituals can really engage the higher aspects of ourselves, can really engage higher consciousness and really initiate these states for us, altered states of consciousness. And I think that's where a lot of these witchcraft rituals stem from, because when you do some of these ceremonies in this context, it will produce a heightened awareness. For example, having a drum circle, dancing around, chanting, this will put you in an altered state of awareness. It will put you in a really weird, deep state within yourself. Our brains are really symbolic, so not only does like moving our body and doing certain things help us get to these states, but also imagery helps us raise our awareness to certain states. And that's why you see a lot of very iconic occult symbolism. People use all kinds of things. Crystals, they use drugs to initiate these kind of states. You know there are psychedelic frogs, right? That's why you always see witches using frogs when making their brews. Pagan religions that personify the earth have a deeper connection with nature because they're doing this very deep esoteric practice of self-reflection. Self-reflection through the expression of the other. And through this emerges this symbiotic relationship of love, because you are recognizing that there is no boundaries between you and the outside world. It's like regarding the earth as being the mother. Using this kind of symbolism helps keep us on an aligned path that reflects that quality, some of us at least. You know, it helps us cherish where we're at. Coming to an awareness when you can recognize that nature is giving you everything, so equally you have to take care of nature the best that you can. I haven't really read much about witchcraft in a long time, but I think these are the core tenets of pagan religions. And a lot of this comes down to, especially with like spells and stuff like that, it comes down to intention, which is a core part of the law of attraction and a part of manifesting your reality. I had this psychedelic experience once on LSD that showed me reality as being an infinite amount of doors in which are always presented to me right now. And whatever door I choose to go through will lead me into the next now. And that's what we are all doing within every moment. I think witchcraft works similarly. If you are focused on your intention through daily ceremony and daily practice, then you will manifest this reality for yourself. The door is always presented to you. All you gotta do is open it. And sometimes to get to that door, you gotta open a couple more doors in front of it. But you'll get there if you have a focused awareness, if you have an aligned intention and a path that you're on. I don't think that you can cast an evil spell on somebody or curse somebody outside of like maybe saying something that's just hurtful and that can like, maybe that scars them emotionally. And maybe that's what a curse is, and that's why we call hurtful words curse words. Saying something so horrible to someone that it haunts them and hurts them emotionally. But on a magical side and on a mysterious side, I do think that witchcraft is real in the sense that I think you can manipulate nature to experience a mystical experience, to experience a visionary state of consciousness, which is a bit like this state of consciousness, this waking state of consciousness that we operate through in our daily lives, you can experience another realm that's like this, where you have an astral body and you exist in some realm of kaleidoscopic geometry. Your consciousness can be taken there through the manipulation of plants. These jungle witches have been doing it for thousands of years. Look up ayahuasca. This is a potion. Or look up iboga for the African witches that have been manipulating nature to explore different states of consciousness. I think this is what real witchcraft was exploring, and what real pagan cultures were exploring. And I think this is why you find a lot of sacred geometry scattered throughout the occult symbolism, is because these experiences produce that effect. It produces you to go to geometric realms within yourself. I don't really know what it means. You kind of learn things in these realms. It's a realm of knowledge, and these practices still exist today. We just call them different things. They're not called witchcraft. They exist under a different label. They're packaged differently. But if you look through the lens of an open mind, you can find some of these. I don't know, you guys asked me to make a video about witchcraft and what I thought about it, and this is what I thought about it. I was really into it when I was younger, and I used to go to the library all the time and get documentaries and read books on all kinds of different pagan stuff. I actually probably have some over here in my bookshelf. I actually can see a paganism book right here. Pagan is actually a term given to non-Christian religions. This was actually an offensive term used by Christians to sort of explain you know, earlier traditions. Be sure to click subscribe down there and leave me a comment. And if you would like to support me, I'm actually in India right now if you're watching this video, and you can support me by going to stayhappystayweird.com. I sell t-shirts there. This is one of my t-shirts. I'm burned out, bro. And if you use the coupon code GIMME15, GIMME, G-I-M-M-I-E 15, you'll get 15% off your order. There's a bunch of cool t-shirts there. I think you'll really dig it. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching my video. I love you guys. Here's another shirt. Reconnect with love. Express that love out into the universe. Everything will be alright. Don't worry about it. Don't take life serious. You're perfect. You're perfect, homie. Peace, love, and aliens. They're out there. I'm telling you. Boing.